was about 2,001 day. X. You gotta keep your boundaries, girl. Like, you really do. I just found these today. I need some money for real. Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is honey.girlfriend, and if you do know who I am, welcome back to the channel. So as y'all can tell by today's title, y'all, and by the thumbnail, I am going to be giving y'all answering some questions about what it used to be like when I used to dance. So I did ask on Instagram, you know, y'all, well, my followers on Instagram, people on Instagram, I don't want to call them followers or fans, but I asked people on Instagram to send me some questions. I might not be able to record this video right now. You already poured it, Mom? You still pouring it? Oh. Oh, let me go. So I asked people to ask me questions on Instagram about, you know, ask me questions about what it used to be like when I was dancing, because if y'all didn't know, I used to be a $sign tipper like a little while back before I met Deontay. So yeah, I'm gonna give y'all answer these questions here. Let's see. First question is, what did you start? What club did you start at, or what club do you recommend? I personally started at Bare Assets, which was on Dunn. I started there because it was a small club, and they was kind of like lenient with like who danced there and who didn't. It wasn't like no application, like no waiting, like no wait fee or whatever. Hold on, I like this dim down. Turn back up. I don't know why I be like going low on me. But yeah, so I recommend like starting with a small club, but you know, you do have these other clubs, because I did at first start to try to dance at Pinky's, but you had to be like 21 years old to do that. So off the bat, I wasn't able to dance there. And then let me tell you, when y'all walk in there, it be so like, they be looking so mean and intimidating, like, pipe down. But I recommend starting somewhere small. And then I also did dance at Cocktails as well. Cocktails was okay. You just gotta know the right times to go there. So yeah, next question. Some pros and cons. What would you tell new dancers? And is it a scary experience? So the pros and cons about dancing. Okay, I'm gonna start with the pros. So the pros, it's fast money. You get to meet new people. And if you like dancing, that's your job, to dance. And like when it comes to VIPs, you get more money. And then you can get free drinks here and there, because customers will buy you drinks, but those are kind of the pros a little bit. You know, there's no really major pro to dancing besides getting money. And then the cons here, you have jealous B words. And then you also have like scamming customers, because sometimes like the customers, like, they just be using you for your time and be tipping you like little dollars, or you be dancing and then they crumble up the dollars and like give them to you. So I call them scamming customers. So and then also another thing, you're bound to like do drugs. Well, not necessarily do drugs, but like smoke or drink, things like that, because that's just the type of environment that you in. What's another con? What is another con? Oh, another con, fast money. You get fast money, you spend it fast because you think you're gonna make it right back. That's not always the case. So those are kind of like the pros and cons that I would, you know, say that there is. What would you tell new dancers? New dancers, if you want to dance, I'm gonna tell you to don't be shy, and don't be trying to be friends with like everybody, because they really don't be your friends for real. And then also when it comes to dancing and like splitting, like if you dance with somebody and then splitting down the middle, make sure you and that person know exactly the same type of plan that you own. If y'all splitting down the middle, or y'all gonna like count it evenly and split it, because like they really be like, girls really be trying to try you for real. And then also what I would say to new dancers is, you know, just be confident in yourself, because one thing somebody can tell is like if you walk out from that back room and you walk on the floor, they're gonna tell you if you're confident or not. And if you're not confident, they just gonna run over you. Like the customer's just gonna use you for your time, not tip you how you're supposed to be tipped, you know, just things like that. Don't lowball yourself. That's all I got to say. And is it a scary experience? No. At first, yes, because this is something new. This is something that you've never done before. Anything that is new to you, you're probably gonna, you know, be nervous, things like that. I would say it's a scary experience at first, but once you get to know your customers, once you get to know the people behind the bar, once you get to know your security guards, once you get to know, like, kind of get a feel of who you dancing beside, you know, who the girls is in there, who be in there often, you'll get used to it. Because like I was there kind of like it was my only job, like a 9 to 5. Like I was there because that was my only job. So yeah. Next question: how much did you make a day? Okay, so the most I made in one day was about 2,000 in one day. And then the least amount I made a day, y'all, the least amount I made is about like a good 30 bucks. Like it could really vary, because you never know. You can have a slow day with lame customers, or you can have a busy day with, you know, real big ballers, or you can have a slow day with big ballers who are just gonna spend it, and then you can have a good day with like cheap people where you really have to work for your money. But yeah, all I can say is like a steady wise, I made probably like a good, steadily I could say I would at least come out with like $200 on average, like steady. $30 is like a really bad day, and I just left early because I realized like, yeah, that's not it. Next question is, what was the hardest part about it? So the hardest part about dancing is picking and choosing who your customers is. Because like, yes, you want the money, but are you gonna do what it takes to get it from that person? That's the question. I think that's the hardest part. And then also what's the hardest part is like if you start dancing and then like you know, become friends with the customer, things like that, and then like I don't know how I'm trying to explain it. Let me see how I'm trying to explain it. Okay, so if you dance with this person and you like start to become friends, well, not necessarily friends, but you know, like this is going to be the potential one of your customers, but then you start to realize they on some creep stuff, you know, it's hard to get away from them, like, because they can be a regular at the club. It's hard to get away from them, you know, things like that. So that's why I say it will be the hardest part, is picking and choosing your battles, picking and choosing your customers, because not everybody is a good customer to have. That's all I got to say. All right, next question. How did you feel about the 2 touchy men? So the 2 touchy men and X. You gotta keep your boundaries, girl. Like you really do. When you dancing, keep your boundaries, because you don't want to be known as, okay, this dancer gonna do whatever. You know, that's not cute. That's not something that, you know, you want to go around. Even though you really shouldn't care how other people see or view you. As long as you're making money, that's your business. But at the same time, keep your dignity. At the same time, like, keep it professional. You know, don't be doing too much. So 2 touchy men, set your boundaries. Be like, you can't do that. If you do that, you're gonna have to go. And that's another thing why I liked the security, because if you tell them that this customer is bothering you, they're out the door. They is out the door. But yeah, that's the 2 touchy men. No. Don't touch me like that. If you do, the dance is over and I'm not coming back. Because remember, they are there for a reason. They want to live in this little fantasy world. You have to give that to them. And it's like, you can shut that fantasy on and off like that. So what do you either hear and you want this fantasy that I'm gonna give you, or you don't, and you can go somewhere else. So yeah. Next question is, oh, hold on, this is a part of the second one. She said, I want to dance, but I'm not gonna like that part. Gotcha. So yeah, the Two Touchy Man isn't gonna be like everybody's type of thing. So I mean, honestly, I'll just say, if you like that and you don't like people touching you, stick to stage, like stage dancing only. Cause I was between both. Like I would dance on the floor, and then I would dance on the stage, like, but mainly on the stage because I like performing. I like dancing. But yeah, if you don't like, because if you dancing on somebody, you gonna dance, they gonna touch, you know, they gonna feel your booty, they gonna, you know, feel your hips, you know, things like that. They gonna do that. So if you don't like that, I mean, set your boundaries. That's all I gotta say. Just set your boundaries. That's all I got to say. Next question is, how did your mom view you dancing? What did your mom think about it? Let's go ask her. Let's go ask. Let's go ask. Let's go see. Ma, where you at? I'm gonna ask you a question. How did you feel about me dancing when I used to dance?
Worried.
Worried? That's it? How did you feel once you saw that I was making a little bit of money?
Worried.
Why was you worried?
Because it's some dangerous job.
Okay. There goes the answer. Worried. That's how she felt about it. Worried, but I can say, would you say though that you was very supportive?
Was I supportive?
Yes, like you just let me do.
And free.
So so I guess not supportive, but she said she just let me do me and prayed. So, but that's how she felt about it. Next question. Next question. Let's see. Okay, so somebody asked me where did I get like my dance attire from and things like that. So when it comes to shoes, I would normally go to like an actual exotic store, an exotic dancer store. Cause I had, or it's this one girl that be selling shoes, like boots. I forgot her name. Yeah, I later forgot her name. But it's be small people that be selling stuff. But for shoes wise, don't mind how dirty it is. I just found these today in my closet, my old room closet. But I just found these today. These the shoes that, you know, my boots that I would wear. I think I got these from the girl who sells shoes. And then I had some like black little boots. I'll try to see if I can find a picture, but I had some black little boots that I think I did get from the girl as well. And then I had some, I can see if I find a picture, which was my very first heels, was like these silver high top heels with the zipper. I got those from an actual exotic store. I think it was off of like Bay Meadows. So that's where I got like my shoes from. So it's this one lady. This is one girl. She was real cool. She I knew her, well, I first met her when I was working at Bear Assets, and she, you know, sell different exotic dance wear, things like that. She sell thongs, pasties, she sell everything, lashes, weed, all that. She sell everything. One-stop shop for a dancer. That's all I gotta say. So it's small people who, you know, sell those type of things. They either will come to your club and they'll like try to sell them at your club, or if you know them off of Instagram, you can always text them off of Instagram like, hey, blah blah blah, you know, just regular stuff. But that's how I mostly got my outfits. Ace Dance where you still come to the club, or I would normally like DM him and be like, hey, are you coming to the club? I need some outfits, you know, things like that. Or even Selena, you know, things like that. I looked up her Instagram and I didn't even show y'all. Next question. Let's see. Okay, what made me start dancing? Is that what it say? Okay, yeah. What made me start dancing? So at the time, I had 2 jobs at the time. I was working at Amazon and I was working at Urban Air, which is a trampoline park. I had 2 jobs at one time. And it was just like so tiring, so draining, and like I was barely making any money, and I always wanted to be, you know, a dancer. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just go with, well, actually, the girl that I was staying with, I'm not even gonna touch bases on that, but the girl that I was staying with, she knew somebody. Her name was Naya. She knew somebody who started dancing at the club, the same club, Bear Access. And so she asked her, hey, how you did it, blah blah blah, because I was interested. And then she texts back and she's like, just go up there, tell them you want to dance, blah blah blah. They're gonna ask you a couple questions, you know, you do that, you do this, blah blah blah. So then this one day where I came home from work, I was like, you know what, forget it, I'm gonna do it, because like I was barely making money and I had 2 jobs. That didn't make sense. The math wasn't mathing. So I went to Bear Assets that day and I was like, okay, I'm really gonna do it, you know, this and that, blah blah blah. But that's the reason why I started dancing, because the math wasn't mathing when I was working 2 jobs, and I was just like, okay, this is not gonna work. This is not matching my lifestyle. Like I need some money for real. So that's what made me start dancing, the money. I think that's what makes everybody start dancing, though, the money. But right, next question. Hold on, let me see what Deontay wrote. Okay, it says, have you ever danced out of town? Yeah, have you ever danced out of town? No, I have not. I was supposed to one time, but I ended up not dancing out of town anymore. Well, I ended up not going. If something happened, but I did used to dance at like private parties. This one party I danced for, it was like so fun. Oh my god, it was so fun. But this one party I danced for, that was fun. I made some decent money from there. I probably got like almost 1,500 that night, and it was like a lot of dancers there. But yeah, it was so much fun. It was for like a bikers private party. But I did that. I never went out of town to dance, but I definitely did do private parties when I could. I did have another private party at like this one guy's apartment. That was okay. That was pretty decent. You know, they cooked, you know, things like that. You know, private parties are really just kind of chill. You know, it's a chill type of environment. But here again, you have to pick and choose your customers. Like, for real. Don't be just like going with any and everybody. That's not cool, because you're gonna get snatched. Okay, next. Next question. Would I ever go back dancing? No. I don't know. No, I wouldn't. Well, honestly, I really don't know, because like sometimes maybe like in the future time's gonna get hard to where I'm gonna have to, because like I have a son to provide for now. So maybe sometimes time's gonna get hard where I'm gonna have to, but 9 times out of 10 I don't plan on going back to dancing. I really don't. I don't miss that type of environment. I really don't. The only thing I do miss about it is me actually dancing, which I can go to an actual dance studio and dance at. But other than that, nah. Next. Have you made any big purchases with money from dancing? Type of question. Okay, so this question asks, have I made any like big purchases while dancing? To answer your question, no and yes, because I did put down like just $1,000 on a card, because I had got my car totaled and I didn't have a car. So, which is a whole nother story, and I'm not even gonna tell y'all. But I had got my car totaled, and I needed a new car, so I saved up like a good $1,000 to put down on a new car, which I did. Oh baby, hold on, my light is going crazy. Let me turn it down. I'll turn off. I turn off a little bit. But I'm gonna keep going. But yeah, so I had to put down on a new car. And it was like $1,000 that I put down, so that's the money that I did save up. And then of course, like I just did like my bills that I had to use for my car, like car insurance, car note, which came up to like $600 a month. So that's pretty much what I spent my money on, because at the time I was dancing, I was living here at my mom's house, so I didn't really have to pay on like rent or anything, which I'm very, very thankful for. So yeah, and I think that's all the questions, y'all. Let me double check. Go back. Make sure. Yeah, that's all the questions. All right. So, I am, you know what? I might also, no, I'm not gonna put this in. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Hold on, let me do that. But yeah, so that is, let me turn this back on real quick. Yeah, so that is all the questions that you guys gave me for this video. So if my advice is, if you guys do plan on, you know, starting to go dance or whatnot in the clubs, just be safe. Make sure you pray, because prayer is everything. And, you know, just stay solid. Keep it like, keep it tight, you know. Just, what am I trying to say? Just be safe, y'all. That's all I gotta say. Just be safe, make your money, and go. That's it. Don't be doing too much. Don't be doing too extra. And don't be trying to fall in love in the club, because that ain't it. I can tell y'all one thing. Deontay never stepped foot in that club when he was with me. Why? Because, like, he not that type of person. I never seen Deontay in the club, so... One thing, don't fall in love. Don't fall in love with nobody that's from the club. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, y'all be safe if y'all decide to go dance. So... Oh, and if y'all have any questions, y'all, this light is like going crazy, and my camera finna die. But if y'all have any questions, like personal questions that y'all do want to ask me, if y'all do start to dance, just feel free to hit me up. You know, my DM is at my Instagram is at honey.dose. So if you have any questions like further, just y'all can always DM me, and I'll be glad to ask. I'll be glad to answer y'all questions and whatnot. So y'all stay tuned for more content. And